What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is doing well. Today it's Friday. Thank God. Today or this week's been absolutely insane, not only in real life but on the markets as well. KEEL Infrastructure, my God, have we seen a jump in the price of KEEL Infrastructure. Even today it's up another 8% as of right now in the pre-markets. Guys, this name has absolutely, I'm telling you what, it's giving me gray hairs already. It's giving me gray hairs. We started out this week with this thing dropping. I mean, it was dropping and dropping and dropping over 20%. I mean, everybody was getting cut in half. The sentiment online was absolutely horrible. People were freaking out. There was other people recommending therapists to the people freaking out. I mean, this week was just a wild time in the market. But on the flip side, the past 2 days, if people would have just chilled the hell out, zoomed out and realized that it wasn't a KEEL infrastructure problem, and realized that, guess what? The broader market was selling off. It wasn't just a KEEL problem, right? And then we also had the news that Leopold from Situational Awareness basically got liquidated. The rumor is he was 4x'd on margin and leverage, and when the prices started falling, he sold the bottom. He sold the damn bottom to Citadel, which is just wild. And come to find out, he was actually one of the proteges with FTX. He was an intern under Sam Bankman-Fried, one of the biggest scams and frauds in U.S. crypto history. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So, if you're familiar with the FTX situation, they were no stranger to leverage and no stranger to taking big ass swings that don't make sense. Now, at the time when we seen Leopold buy, it was bullish because we were like, oh God, somebody invested, $50 million into KEEL. Little did we know the true background story of this cat. But anyway, that aside, earlier this week, people were freaking out. People were ready to jump off bridges because of the KEEL infrastructure price and, it was down so much. And quietly, while they were freaking out and while they were running around like chickens with their heads cut off, we were buying. We were buying the frickin' dip. And guess what? The next day, our shares were up 30-something%. 30-something%. Because when you see a market sell-off like that, and you see all these other people freaking out, that is the number one indicator to buckle down and buy the names that you are bullish on. Without a doubt. No question about it. Again, none of this is financial advice. I'm just telling you how I navigate these sharky ass waters. Because guys, it's relatively simple. It's relatively simple. It seems difficult. It seems hard. And let me tell you something. It is if you don't have the mental game for the stock market. That's all the stock market is. What it is, it's people buying and selling companies. So the market can only go one or two ways. Well, really three if you count being flat. If you are buying quality names, you want to buy when the quality names have been cut in fucking half. You don't want to be buying in a raging bull market. Because the only thing you have going for you in a bull market is downside. Your downside is way higher when you're buying in a big uptrend, right? Your downside risk is way higher. Right now, over the past week, when I was buying KEEL Infrastructure at $3.20, $3.07, I was damn near protected a little bit from the downside because the stock had already fell 40%. Now, could it have fallen another 40%? It could have, but the risk is a little bit less. A stock is going to find a bottom, especially if the stock that we're talking about has a strong investor community base. The stock will eventually find a bottom. So if you just scale in on the way down, yes, some might say, oh, well, you're trying to catch a falling knife. You're trying to catch a falling knife. I'm okay with catching a falling knife on a company that I believe in. If I was buying KEEL Infrastructure at, $6, $5, $7, then who would I be to not buy it when it was cut in half at $3, especially when nothing has come out about the company that changed anything. It's very, very simple. Right? It's very, very simple, and people love to overanalyze and just overblow things to make investing way more difficult than it needs to be. It's a shame. I don't like to toot my own horn a lot. I'm really not one to do that, but sometimes it just feels good to be right about something, right? And listen, I'm nowhere near 100% right on the KEEL thesis and the KEEL price predictions. This thing could absolutely flop and leave me looking like an idiot. But that's the risk I'm willing to take, because when I have conviction in a company, I'm going to double down on that conviction, because that conviction only comes around every so often. I don't get conviction in a company like this very often at all. You know, it's like I told you guys, I haven't had this much belief in a company since I first started investing in SoFi at $10. So when I dig into a company and I find a company that really pulls on me internally and like really makes me gravitate towards that company, you damn right I'm going to double down on it. You damn right I'm going to throw my money where my mouth is, because I think this is a huge, huge opportunity for me. Huge opportunity. But that being said, yes, guys, I could be 100% wrong. 100% wrong. But here's the difference. I'm not throwing money in that if I lose it or KEEL Infrastructure flops, that it's going to hurt me. It's going to suck. Yeah, I'm going to lose money. It's going to suck. I'm going to see all that money go down. Whatever, right? But I'm going to live to invest another day. Right? That's just plain and simple. I would never recommend throwing 100% of your portfolio at KEEL Infrastructure. Ever. That's probably not very smart. If you're investing money that you can afford to lose, and if you are investing money that you don't need in the next year or 2 years, that's the kind of money you take and put on special bets like KEEL Infrastructure. Now, if this is your investment account that you're living off of, if this is an investment account that you're going to need the money in a couple of months or a year, I would steer clear of this trade, right? Not financial advice, just telling you what I'm doing. Because this is a trade that's very volatile, and this is a trade that's going to take some time to play out, especially if we're looking at the price targets that, you know, we've been discussing here on the channel. But guys, I mean, I don't know if y'all saw my X post, or I even posted it here on the community tab on YouTube. I felt like it was my obligation yesterday to kind of give you guys a snapshot of my portfolio, right? A lot of people don't do that, especially because that picture that I showed you guys, and I'll post it here on screen if you didn't see it, that's my main portfolio. That's not my portfolio that I've showed y'all here on the channel, where the public portfolio on Robinhood. This picture is my main portfolio, and I hold just a couple of names. I hold KEEL, I hold SPMO ETF, I hold SPYM, which is S&P 500, I hold SoFi, and I hold some crypto and Solana and Ethereum. This is my main portfolio. And 26%, and I don't know if it's 26% now, it could fluctuate, but 26% of my overall portfolio is in KEEL Infrastructure. So, I like I said, I felt like I had the obligation to show you guys that, to let you guys know that I'm not just coming on here shilling something that I don't believe in just for views, right? Because there's a lot of YouTube channels out here that just shill a name just because they're getting views on said name. So I felt like I needed to show you guys that I am in this thing for the long haul. I am in this thing with 26% of my wealth. And that's saying a lot, because I usually don't let an individual stock get over 10%. Even with my other highest conviction play with SoFi, you can see it's under 10%, because that's usually my rule. That's usually the rules I follow. But there's just something tugging on me about KEEL Infrastructure that I just cannot shake. I can't shake it. I don't know what it is. I haven't had this feeling about a stock in a very, very long time. And we're going to see what happens. It's like I've said, you know, I'm either going to go down with the ship, or this is going to be a very, very, very lucrative trade in my investing career. 100%. If this trade goes as planned, this could change my life, right? And I know there's some community members out there to where they hold enough KEEL Infrastructure to where if this thing succeeds, it's going to change their life as well. And that's the beauty of the stock market. That's the beauty of the opportunity that we have as investors to take these risks, because a lot of people don't have that opportunity. A lot of people don't have the capital or access to equity markets like we do. So we need to be grateful for what we do have. We need to be grateful to be able to open the portfolio, even if it's red, even if it's down 50%. We need to be grateful that we have the opportunity to open that app and to put money in that account, because we have the opportunity and the chance to potentially make life-changing money. And I think KEEL Infrastructure is a stock that could do that. Guys, I don't normally get this bullish. I don't get this bullish on companies. I don't get this overly extended on companies. There's just something about it that I can't shake. There's something about it that I truly believe in their vision. And I truly believe they're going to be coming out with announcements soon. Whether it not be at the Q2 presentation, maybe it's a couple weeks after, maybe a month or two after, but it's coming. And I want to be positioned well when it does come. I don't want to miss the boat. Even if what I buy goes down 40% right now, I don't care. I'm going to continue to buy. If it goes under $3, I'm going to continue to buy. If it goes under $2, I'm going to continue to buy. If it goes to $1, I'm going to continue to buy. Until I have a reason not to. Until the company comes out with something that breaks my thesis. Until that time, I'm going to continue to buy KEEL Infrastructure. I'm going to continue to build out this position, and I'm going to continue covering that on this channel to show you guys the process. Even if I lose, even if this flops, I'm still going to be on here to show you guys how it plays out and to show you guys the reality of the stock market. I'm either going to come on here successful, or I'm going to come on here with a flop story and have to start over. Either one of those I'm happy with, because I've got to document this journey. I've met some awesome people in the process. So far, I'm building an incredible community with you guys, and it's just amazing. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Sorry for the a bit deep video today. I just was doing some thinking on it over this past week and just seeing how the wild swings and how people's emotions really swing back and forth when these markets do what they're doing. And just felt like I needed to come on here and kind of explain myself further and kind of give you guys my raw thoughts on KEEL Infrastructure. And that's another thing with my channel, guys. You're not going to get any of this fluff shit. You're not going to get any of this fake scripted shit. None of my videos are ever scripted. All of them are straight out of my head in the moment. And, that's why I kind of ramble sometimes, because I'm not following any kind of structure with these videos. I'm just coming on here and speaking to you guys as another human to human, investor to investor. That's what I like to do. That's how I want this channel to be. And that's how it's going to continue to be. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Let me know y'all's thoughts down below. Let me know what you think of the whole KEEL trade as a whole. Let me know what you think of my take and my position sizing on KEEL. I'd be interested to know what you guys think. So, till next time, guys, it is Friday. Y'all have a good weekend. We'll see how KEEL ends up trading today. It's going to be interesting to see how it closes out the week. And we'll go from there next week. Y'all stay safe.